Edit. Thank you all so much for all the awards. It makes the painful stories worth it. My help desk horror story of the week. We recently had an employee transfer from our least technically apt department to a slightly more technically apt department. This always results in an annoying few days for me because our managers firmly believe that the T in IT stands for trainer. They give their new hires a super broad overview of what to do, and when they can't figure it out, the managers tell them to put in a help desk ticket so I can teach them the basic computer functionality they should have already known before being considered for employment. But I digress. So almost immediately I get a ticket from new user, $new, that he can't open a spreadsheet. I go through the basics, any error messages, you don't have permission, file locked, Excel not responding, yada yada. Nope, user just clicks the file, waits a few minutes and nothing ever happens. I remote into the user's computer and have them show me what's going on. I see the user open File Explorer, browse to directory, I see the mouse move over to a spreadsheet, I see the file highlight when clicked, and then nothing. MMMK. I put a blank Excel file into that directory and tell the user to open it. Same thing, nothing happens. Have them copy the file to their desktop and try to open, still nothing. Have the user open a Word doc in that directory, it works. Okay, now I'm intrigued. Have the user launch Excel from the taskbar, go to File greater than open and open the spreadsheet, that works. Now I'm befuddled. I open the file on my computer to make sure it's not corrupt in some weird way that would only affect how it's opened. Hey, stranger things have happened. Checked user's permissions, file, directory, and account, even though I didn't think that would be the case since the file does actually open inside of Excel. SFC, DISM, repair Office installation, all to no avail. Restore the previous version of the file from backup, nothing. I tell the user to go to lunch and meanwhile I will uninstall, reinstall Office from scratch. User leaves and I hop on their computer. For shiggles I give one last attempt to open this spreadsheet before I uninstall Office. And it works immediately. I'm dismayed, discouraged, and confused, but who am I to question when things randomly decide to work properly? It still hasn't occurred to me that I missed something vital. I notify $new that problem is solved. A little while later I get a response that it's not fixed, $new still can't open Excel files. What the actual... Mad Googling ensues. Whilst I question all of my life choices, I get another reply. $new, hey, I fixed it, you can close my ticket out. $me, in unfathomable disbelief, wait, what? Seriously? $new, yeah lol, I didn't know I had to double-click Excel files to open them. I've never used it before. $me, just now starting to realize what was happening, what do you mean you didn't know to double-click? $new, well I never used Excel before, when I open it from the taskbar I just click it once, I thought that's how you opened the files. $me, but I watched you open a Word doc. $new, yeah that's how I always open Word, I just double-click the file I need and Word opens. I didn't know Excel did that. $me, summoning my inner Tuvok, that is ... completely illogical. So all the times I told you to open a spreadsheet and was watching you ... you just clicked them once? $new, yeah lol sorry about that. Head, meet desk, meet head. I never actually considered that it would be possible that someone would be single-clicking a file instead of double-clicking it. And after I picked my jaw up off the floor, I couldn't believe I actually had to explain to a user that to open files they need to be double-clicked ... all files ... for every program ... all the time. For the past 30+ fucking years. All in all, I learned a valuable lesson from this. No matter how long you've been shackled to the help desk, no matter how much you think you know about everything, no matter how jaded you've become with stupid users over the years, never ever overlook the absolute simplest, stupidest, mind-numbingly basic troubleshooting steps. Because users are fucking stupid, and you need to be able to think equally as fucking stupid. TL, Doctor, a user didn't know they had to double-click files to open them and I'm an idiot because I didn't catch on to what they were doing wrong sooner. A woman submitted an email ticket for help accessing her account. Okay, easy stuff. I reply, ask her username, but can't find it in the database. She insists it's correct, so I ask her to send a screenshot of the error notification she's receiving. When she does, I notice she's trying to log in into some random website I've never even heard of. I have no idea how she ended up with our contact information. I tell her the site she's trying to access isn't a product of our company and to reach out to their customer support. I then closed the ticket. But alas, that's not the end. She calls into the support line and I happen to be the one to answer the phone. After I say thank you for calling anonymous medical company, this is How Hungry Hippo, how can I help you? She responds with, is this the How Hungry Hippo who refused to help me get access to my account? And I immediately know this is going to be a fun call. She basically insists that it's my job to get access to her account. My response is that it's not because she's asking about a product we don't even sell. She says she's not hanging up until I help her, so I relent and Google the software, find their customer support number, and attempt to give it to her. After I recite the number, she goes silent for a couple seconds, and then says, what do I do with this? I called you for a reason. Why are you trying so hard to avoid doing what you get paid to do? I asked her what hospital she works for and I did notice that they do have an account with some of our products, except the product she was needing help with isn't one of ours. I tell her this and she just isn't grasping it. I finally get pissed off and say, ma'am, this is not a product we sell. There's nothing I can do aside from pass of their contact number, and she says, well, we're going to sit here all day because I'm not getting off this line until I'm helped. I chuckle a little to myself and hang up. She immediately calls back. I see it on the caller ID and decide to just let it ring for a bit to see if she gives up. I alert the other techs and after a good laugh at her expense, my manager picks up the phone. He tells her the same thing I did and again, she insists on being helped. After she whines some more, he tells her there's no assistance we can offer with a product we don't sell and hangs up, again. That's the end of her tirade, right? Nope. She then begins spamming the chat. I closed the first one immediately and she opened a new one. I finally called the hospital she worked for and thankfully someone else picked up the phone. I asked to speak to a manager, told her what happening, and she apologized and insisted it would stop. The lady immediately quit spamming us. I hope she was immensely embarrassed when she finally realized she was an idiot calling the wrong number. Her final send-off was giving me a 1.5 rating on the initial email ticket she submitted. Legend has it, she to this day has yet to gain access to her account. Background: I'm on the help desk for an international company. Our company has an in-house ticketing system developed and managed by an internal team that happens to sit right next to us. It's great because we can ask for features and they'll actually be implemented in a reasonable time frame. We get to skip all the paperwork and hoops to jump through that the rest of our company is so in love with. The unofficial process is that we complain to them about something and a few days, weeks later we'll log on and suddenly find that they fixed it. Fantastic process. Usually. And #X200B. A while back, someone from my team complained that users were replying to the emails that get sent when we close a ticket. The system would attach their email as a note to the closed ticket, and users were getting the expectation that their note on a closed ticket would be seen by someone. They were sorely mistaken, but that's not really relevant. We were getting tired of calls about new issues written on random 3-month-old and closed tickets, and how they're not being resolved, so someone brought it up to the ticketing system team and they grumbled agreement and we stopped worrying about it. Until we closed up shop on Friday afternoon, came in on Saturday morning for our normally pretty dead weekend shift, and took a few calls before we got the first person with an out-of-office message. And #X200B. That's when we learned that late on Friday afternoon, a small change was pushed to the ticket system. If an email is sent for a closed ticket, the system automatically replies with a message saying the ticket is closed and asking for them to open a new ticket with nice instructions and pretty pictures. Out-of-office messages were not accounted for. Not only that, they decided to be helpful and also send us an email when a user tried to reply to a closed ticket. And #X200B. I'm sure at least a few of you are yelling at your monitors already, but for the rest of you. Ticket system, your ticket is closed. User's mailbox, I'm out of the office. Ticket system to us, a new note was added to a ticket you opened. Ticket system to user, This ticket is closed. Please open a new ticket. User's mailbox, I'm out of the office. Ticket system to us, a new note was added to a ticket you opened. Ticket system to user, this ticket is closed. Please open a new ticket. User's mailbox, I'm out of the office. Repeat until the team gets back in on Monday morning to revert the change. And #X200B. We told as many people as we could to momentarily turn off their out-of-office message to keep the spam bearable. Some people jumped off the call and disappeared for the weekend, leaving us, and themselves, with a weekend-long deluge of emails. Tried to call them on Saturday to get someone to come in and just hit the big undo button. Found out on Monday that their manager, the only one we have a phone number for, went on vacation that weekend without her phone. And #X200B. There's 2 lessons to learn here. 1. Never ever deploy to production at 5 p.m. on a Friday. And 2. If you're going to automate replies to emails, be ready for the recipient to also have automated replies to emails.